This is a single leg reverse lunge. So with this single leg reverse lunge, we're going to be repeating the same leg over and over again until we finish a set, and then we'll do a whole set on the opposite leg. So we start standing at the top of our mat here. Start with your feet hip width and parallel, spine up tall, head back, shoulders back and down, square it up. And then you step back with one foot, taking it back until you tap the toe down. From here, you want to try and actually make sure your feet are still parallel. So this is probably the hardest point of this, is that when we step back, we have a tendency to turn our back foot because we actually have a little bit sort of better balance this way, but it's a little bit misaligned if we're going to keep repeating this forward-facing motion. So we want to take that back heel. If your toes are turned out, you want to flip it. Turn the heel out, kick that heel out there until your feet are parallel. Okay, use a mirror, a camera, see your form here, watch and dial that in. So when your feet are parallel, then you're going to bend both knees, sinking down. And then you're going to lift back up. Lift back up using your abs and glutes and pulling your way back up to standing. And then repeat that same leg. So again, we're starting at the top of our mat. Feet hip width the parallel. Stepping back with one foot, tapping the toe down. I'm actually going to look down and see, yep, my foot's parallel. I've kicked the heel out just enough so that's parallel with the front foot. And then that front leg as well, don't forget about the front leg. You want to make sure your knee is in line with where your toes are pointing. So when you bend your knees here, your knees should not be inside of your foot, nor should be outside of your foot. It should be right over your foot, right following the midline of where your toes are pointing there. So both feet are parallel. Both knees are in line. When they bend, they are in line with their feet. And then I will come back up. So if I were to repeat the other side, stepping back, knee is over the foot, in the middle of the foot there. Back foot is parallel, and I bend the knees, keeping them in line with the toes, or with their respective feet, pulling my way back up to standing. So since you're stepping back every time with every rep of this, you might have to occasionally look down and make sure your form is still dialed in back there and at all these points. While you repeat this motion, as you fatigue, you might start to fall out of form. Don't let that happen. Reset. Okay, if you get so fatigued that you can't even keep your form under control, stop, take a break, take a breather, and then reset back into it. But it's very important that your knees are in line with your feet on both sides throughout this reverse lunge here. All right, and that's your single leg reverse lunge.